Well, it is Black History Month, and some baseball historians have been fighting for years to have the Negro League players designated as Major League, and that day has come. Our Mark Thompson is here with more on what all of this means. I had the best conversation with my kids yesterday about this, and this is just, it's incredible.
Yeah, and a long time coming.
Yes.
Kaylee, good morning to you. And what this really means is that Negro League baseball players will finally be recognized on the same level as MLB players, not only in words, but also in the record books. But to get to this point, these players, these talented players, they had to endure quite a bit, both good and ugly. Take a look. The journey from Negro League to Major League status takes us back in time, back to when black players had to work twice as hard, not just to play baseball, but to live, period. Raymond Doswell is vice president and curator of the Negro League's Baseball Museum in Kansas City, Missouri.
You had to love it to endure it, and thank God that they did it, because without the Negro Leagues, there wasn't a place to nurture a Jackie Robinson or a Harry Aaron to become baseball players. They could have done other things.
Imagine after a long train or bus ride, players couldn't just book hotel rooms, as many towns in the Jim Crow South didn't allow black guests. The same for restaurants that wouldn't serve black diners. Players often depending on what's known as the Green Book that listed friendly black and white patrons along the road willing to provide food and lodging.
That may have meant camping out by the lake of someone's farm, or fishing for your food, or one person having to go into a grocery store and buy peanut butter crackers and bologna and soda pop for everyone because they wouldn't allow black people in the restaurant. And then you went to the back door to do that.
But the players marched on, sometimes playing 2 or 3 games a day to earn a living, taking on the role of showmen during barnstorming exhibitions to promote their name. But don't get it twisted, most players loved the life, especially compared to the alternative. Phoenix author Jeremy Beer wrote a book on the Negro League legend Oscar Charleston.
They got paid way better than the average black worker at the time, and they also got paid better than the average white worker at the time. So even though there wasn't much money, they did, talent got paid.
But when it comes to the recent Major League designation, the question is, why now?
In terms of what took so long, we're at a unique juncture in American history. And I don't think that had the events of this summer and the amplified messaging around things like the Black Lives Matter movement, I don't think that we would have gotten to this place.
And some believe the Negro Leagues never did and still don't need MLB's recognition for validation.
We here at the museum felt these players never needed any additional validation for their success and for their talent. But having said that, there's a great deal of interest in this. There's a great deal of pride that comes with this designation and this recognition. And the community, the baseball community, as well as many fans across the country, are extremely excited about this news. And we want to be able to support their understanding of that as much as possible.
Now, Major League Baseball has not said how they officially plan to roll out this new designation, if they plan to do so at all. But the Negro League Baseball Museum, it is a great resource for all things Negro League Baseball. And I'm going to post a link to that, to their website at abc15.com. It'll not only talk about more of this new designation, but also dive deeper into the fascinating lives of these players and what they had to go through just to play the game they love. Guys, back to you.
Mark, thank you for sharing this story. It's just great to go in depth and learn the history of this, because again, these are the stories that we can pass on to our children. It's just awesome. It is almost 5:20 here. The last surviving owner of a